Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, gamers and chat. Welcome to Gauntlet Gamer here. Today is Saturday, the 14th of May. We'll be continuing more of Lost Odyssey. So let's start. I forgot where I am like now. Shit, I got no clue what to do. I know I have what's going again. Sarah now. But after this, I was like, I'm a blank. Oh yes, yeah, I have Sarah. This will be right here. I think. Oh, that cable later. Northern This is her. I lost her daughter. Pirates. I lost her daughter. Oh, that was and Goro's here. This magic don't hear Lyra used to play here all the time. It was her favorite place. You remember that? He was waiting in the tower. We went to Lyra's favorite spot again today. She must have loved all the flowers that we Mom was a singer. As she grows up, she always took care of those flowers. Oh, chest here. You can see that. Plants and muted. Maybe useful.
worry. Nothing will happen. It's okay.
What is this? Goats and soldiers?
Were they coming to recruit men from the village?
I imagine so.
Hey, wait a minute. I thought you said the cave critters would leave us alone if we didn't bug them. Liar.
That's what they were supposed to do.
Something's not right here. I sense something. Something terribly ominous.
Stay alert!
This does not look good!
How the hell is this time? Oh shit, he countered. Alright. Oh, that thing countered.
What a waste of time.
Oh wow,
Alright, who said they wouldn't attack? Because it wasn't me!
Some mysterious power was driving them, making them attack us. Didn't you feel it?
But why?
It must be magic energy.
You mean Gangora?
Not necessarily. Couldn't it be that this world's natural magic energy is having some kind of effect?
This place is terrifying. No wonder it's called Black Gate. Without any light, there's no telling what horrors await. The poison city, knowing that party, their friends were killed by monsters. Life is, if only I had some. What's that? The last thing, this dead soldier appears.
Say your prayers.
What did you do? Wait, what's that? No, Journey for it.
I am the greatest!
This is confusing. There's a chest. Beast, stone beast of heaven.
Don't let him get away!
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, buddy. Ooh, sorry. Oh shit. Oh shit.
I am the greatest!
Down here. Memory? Yep. Oh, a dream, not memory. Sorry about that, guys. The tragedy of the butcher general. Ever know? Everyone knows this general is the butcher. He is strong in battle, a skilled technician. He has mastered the technique of turning the specific of topolograph and timing his advantage. And he is outstanding all around in the skills of an individual warrior. Victory on the battlefield, however, does not lead straight to butchery. Many generals have nickname for their military prowess. The victorious, the indomitable, the invincible, but only one is known as the butcher. Do you know why is that kind? The general asked himself as he gloated over the vast mountains of corpse. Khan does not reply. He entered the fray as a emissary, but his exploits far outcast those of the regular troops. For the general to call a man into his presence and speak to him face to face is apparently an honor beyond even more overstretched wildest dreams. just from a winning battle, the general said. That would be too simple. Just kill the enemy's general. The, take the big one's head and the battle's over, right? Kine nods in silence. This is how the battle should have ended instead of continuing for 3 days. The enemy's general proposed a surrender on the first day. He offered his head in exchange for lives of his men and villagers, but the butcher rejected the offer and all, all continued his all-out attack on the enemy that had lost the will to fight, annihilating them in process. The last day was used to burn down the forest in which what the unresting village had fled. The real battle does not end when you rise the victor's song on the battlefield. Even one person survived, the seed of hatred lives on. I'm talking about the desire for revenge. Nothing can good come from leaving that behind. You must cut the cause of the future troubles at the root. This is why the troops under the general command killed the young man of the village after they through exterminating the enemy's troops. They also killed the unarmed old people. They killed mothers bleeding with their child in their arms. They killed the children they stripped from their mother's corpse. Jeez, that's so cruel. Do you think I am cruel, kind? I do, kind answered promptly. The officer laughed. I gathered around them with went pale, but the butcher says smiled magnanimously and went on. You don't do any of those things, I gather. My job is to kill soldiers on the battlefield. My contract doesn't call for anything else. And I'm saying that what a foolish thing of thinking. The soldiers you killed have brothers and children. Do you plan to go on living in fear of their revenge? That sheer stupidity. If you wipe out the entire family, you can live without worry. Such worries, you see. The general laughed uproariously, right? And the surrounding officers all smiled in response. Kind how his expression at Jay starts to walk away. Where are you going, Kind? We are through talking, aren't we? My contract has ended. Never mind that, just wait. When the general says that, soldiers stand black Kind's way. Listen, Kind. I have reports that you perform from the front lines. What do you say fighting under me now? You can exploit your mental talents to the full. I'm not interested. What's that? I will never draw my sword on an unarmed opponent. A butcher is mortally taking back the shaft, written clearly on his face. You still don't understand, don't you? You should try reading a little history. You find that hatred only breeds more hatred. This is what incivility, I don't know what that word says, brings down even the practiceless, sorry guys, nation and power, which is why I make absolute sure to serve it at the roots. Sorry about that. If you ask me, General, war and butchery are two different things. What are you? Same goes for valor and brutality. You, a lower mercenary, how you dare to lecture me? Let me tell you something about hatred too, General. It doesn't evaporate from cutting off a life. It remains in the earth, in the clouds, in the wind. I live my life in the beliefs and I tend to go on doing so. You stupid, the butcher is work of cowards. Is that what I believe? Where do you get the nerve? The general glares at Klein. His men draw their swords. At that very moment, a few seconds within the scorched forest, comes the cries of soldiers. Here are some. 5 of them still left. No, 6 over there. He went that way, distracted by shouts. The general commands his men, Harry, capture them. Don't let them get away. Hurry, hurry. You can't let them escape. A man blocking time began to fidget, but and none of them thinks to stop him as he calmly walks away. Do you hear me? You must not let them escape. Even if even one of them gets away, I'll have your heads. All of you, the general calls are clearly those of the cowards. Which is true. Sorry. Sorry guys, I struggle in speaking. My disability is really bad with dyslexia. It's you. The butcher persists over the many battles after that and burned countless villages to the ground, butchering all of their inhabitants. Then one night something happened. The general felt a strange itching sensation on the back of his head. It was different from ordinary insect bite or skin eruption. It was deeper down and felt like something squirming. This is odd. He crawled at his skin, but the itch would not subside. It was very strange. There was no redness or swelling or sign of rash. May I touch a poisonous what? Maybe I touched a poisonous what? The general had burned yet another village to the ground that day, surrounded by beautiful countryside. The village in times of peace had been extolled as the flowering helm, in keeping with the names. The villagers poured their energies into cultivating flowers of many halls, and one of blooms in particular season had the color of the setting sun. Indeed, the village looked as it had been dyed of color of beautiful afterglow. This was the village that Jan burned down with flames that were ridden and then any sunset. The villagers who ran in circles begging for their lives, he killed one at a time, far rather than the sunset, far rather than the flame was blood soaked into the earth. Jesus, this general's crazy. But this how it always is. I don't do anything special today. Shaking at his hand to refuse to stop the itching, the general looked at took a swallow of liquor, and then a moment happened. Tearing to the thin skin of his back, a number of small grain-like things emerged within, not blood flowing, not pain accompanying them, exactly what the plant sprouts of the earth. No, the things are covered over his back, of his head before his very eyes were unmistakably plant sprouts. Horrified, the general took a razor to the back of his hand, tried to shave the things off. When the blade contacts with it, however, they gave up a sound like human moans, sound exactly moans of a human being dying in agony agony as his entire body slashed by swords, or like moans of a person who's been buried alive. Shut up, damn you, shut up, you hellish, holding the razor in one hand to shave the other. He could not cover his ear. His body was soaked in grease sweat by the time he succeeded shaving the horrible things from back of his head. To save on his anger, he shouted for a female who was supposed to be guarding him. Where the hell you been, sir? You've been have come running when you heard unusual voices coming from a tent. This is your job to guard as my guard. The guard gave each other a puzzled look, and the first replied hesitantly to the general. Forgive me, sir. We were standing outside the entrance, but we never heard any such. The general blazed at his guard, enraged but was struggling to keep his willing anger in check. He shouted, "Never mind then, get out." He was too upset to raise on subordinates. Almost immediately, the itching attacked the back of his hand again. But this time, it was limited as his hand, his flank, his shoulder, his buttocks, behind his knee. His whole body starts to itch. Along again, the general tore up his night clothes and inspected his entire body. The moonlight sweeping through the roof of the tent, the things were sprouting from everywhere now, and some even have leaves began to grow on them. The general realized the soundless scream and began really attacking the ghosts wherever he could reach them. Each one he cut, his body released a horrible. His bed sheets turned green before his eyes. As soon the number sprouts were transformed into numberless human corpses. They covered not only his bed, but the whole earth before they melted into the darkness of night and vanished. One sleepless night followed another endless succession. The horrible things keep sprouting from his skin, however much he cut them off. All intimate had no effect. He tried he tried taking every poison quarterly tablet he could get on his hand, but nothing works. He could not speak of this to his subordinates. If rumors spread that strange scents were sprouting from his butchered body, it could enable his enemies and discourage his allies. One his subordinate might even take his head at the night. His cowardice had earned him the name the Butcher, and the same cowardice was what turned the general into a lonely, isolated man. He had no one he could tell about this. Every night the general would wage his lonely battle. True, perhaps it could not be called a battle precisely. The things were sprouted from his body to put up no resistance. When he took a razor to them, they would simply mold and fall away. What the general was engaged into his own was less about than a lonely butcher. Several more nights went by. The sprouting continues with undiminished force. The single fortunate aspect, perhaps was that the things that only sprouted in places that on his body were the jump could not reach with his razor. This could as well been a curse, however. The general had no choice but to go on shaping the things precisely because he could not reach them. Precisely because he was able to perform the butchery by himself. He could not call for help. His lonely butchery continued. His sleepless nights continued. The general flesh wasted away. Why this is happening? The general asked himself. Why did this have to happen to me? This is all. This is a time of war. I'm here on the battlefield. I have to kill the enemy in order to survive. In order to give myself a future peace of mind, I have killed all of them, both armed and unarmed. With a simple common sense, the general oh, but spit out his mouth. I have done. All I have done is the sensible thing in most sensible way. I don't think so. This night again, the sprout emerged from his body. And night again, the gel have shaved it off. Again, the countless mold. The countless bodies. Again, he heard the cock crow to announce the end of the night. Again, the gel passed the night without the comfort of sleep. The general's body once sublime constantly, I don't know that word, on the battlefield withered away before his eyes. But more than his body, his mind became unstable. He spent the days sprawled on his bed. Even eyes open or closed, he would see things of his past sins of butchery. So now he began to recall the words of a skilled but intimate ministry. He hated that evaporate from coming of a life. It remains in earth, the clouds, and the wind. The general wanted to see that man again, to see him and ask him again. I been all this wrong all these years? The man himself, a man in few words, would probably not answer his question. Still, the general wanted to see him again. The military, the kind followed. The sun went down, the night gradually deepened. As always, the itching started and the plants began to sprout. But the general's gasping with razor in his finger now looked like withered branches, no longer had the strength to shake them off. His back began to itch. This was the first time that thing has sprouted some place beyond his reach, as if they'd been waiting for this opportunity moment. Sprawled on his bed, the general let the razor grab from his hand. Enough, I don't care anymore. The sprout keeps growing, creeping all over him, and before long they have covered him completely. At the point his back split open and you see large sprout emerge. By dawn the sprout had fully matured, and before the cock crowed, it produced a single blossom, the color of evening glow. Jeez, that's crazy. Many years have passed. Visiting the old battlefield, Kind finds a flower garden there. Blooming in profusion are flowers of clearly different shapes and colors than the one is border. Beside the garden stands a stone monument inscribed with the garden's history. In this place, a great gentleman met his end. He was known as the Butcher. He died sudden one night. From his body grew many flowering plants. These were evening flowers. a blossom unique to the village the general had burned to the ground. An ancient legend tells us that the seed of the evening flower lodged in the body of those who nourish the hatred in their breasts, and the roots of the plants feed the flower to end the person's flesh. Jesus Christ, that's one fucked up. That's fucked up. How the general died. The garden's flower, the color of the setting sun, swaying in the gentle breeze. Time stands there for a time, gazing at the countless flowers given birth by hatred, before walking on in silence. It was that in the very center of garden lies a distant green suit of armor, but no one has ever found it. That's one from continue the three part. The kid move out of the way. Sure, everyone likes the idea of peace, but I'm sick of the same boring routine day after day. I gotta get out of this village. Not this again. Another dream. Sorry about that, guys. Even when he was trying to look detached, his true feelings shows through. He is timid, cowardly, and gentle. He might try his best to put a threatening expression, but the smile comes afterwards is indescribably sweet and almost worshipful. This is why Kyle is always telling him to forget it. This what happened. They are preached on barstool or earning a day's pay in quarterly, or walking through the marketplace, or standing on the stone-paved roadway. By the way, big brother, Tobal says with a pout. He always called Kind big brother, and though Kind has never asked for his companionship, he takes every opportunity to follow him around. He is worshipful in this sense. Please take me with you, big brother Kind. When you leave this town, he begs like a child, even though he's old enough to have a regular job, sailing all over the ocean, crossing continents, traveling everywhere you like. My heart starts to pounding like I image that kind of freedom, he says, his eyes shining like a child. I always wanted to meet a traveler like you, big brother. Take me with you, please. I can't stand this hick town anymore. He would grab Khan's hand and clinch like a little boy, and often he would look around the people on the street or the crowds in the tavern, openly making boyish face at them to show Khan at his disgust. You came from another town, so you know what I'm talking about. The only thing in this place has its history. Sure, it's old, but it's half dead. Look at these people's face. No one of them has any sparks. All they wants to get through one ordinary day after another without any problems. It's the worst place in the world. If I had to stay cooped up here any longer, I'm going to most grown on me. No sparks. Kind doesn't see it that way. People here behave with the refinement and mild manner appropriately to a historic city known as the ancient capital. They simply have no taste of kind of ambition to go with high hopes or danger. Having never set foot outside this place where he was born and raised, Tobal knows nothing about other towns. Kind knows too much about them. There are those that used to be the left and the right banks of the single town, separate by the river, but which now clash in hatred in intense and ongoing war. Towns in grip of famine where the residents snatch food from one another, and an economically flourishing town ramparts with crimes driven by greed, towns of rotten houses abandoned by their people in search of wealth and prosperity, while just over the hill their sparks boom towns where the people celebrate their riches all night long. On his endless journey, Kimes has seen towns without numbers. He had only think of himself but to say to Tabal, "This is a good town." But praise is the last thing Tabal wants to hear about his hometown. "You must be joking," he says. Not at all, Kind says. "This is a really good town. I'm telling you, it can be true. No place is perfect, of course. I'm not talking about perfection. You've only been here 6 months or so. You don't know. I've been stuck in this town since the day I was born. You can't know how I feel. I bored out of mind. I'm sick of this place. I can't stand it anymore." Khan is not aware of what Tobal is telling him. Still, but no, can't she shake his head again? Double a sour smile. You know, he says, there are some people in this world who would give anything to give a taste of what it's like to have enough peaceful day to make you bored. Well, that may be so. I think I think you were lucky to be born in this town like this, where people are so happy. When you sleep in an inn in this town, you don't have to keep your ear cocked all night for threatening sound in the hallway. Young women can walk the streets at night without danger for protection. Without a dagger for protection, sorry. The children have plenty of plain but nourishing food, but and they can play outside until the sun goes down. Life on the road teach you these things. There are more towns to see. There are more deeply the lesson leaves it on this marks on you. Sorry. The kind of things that Tobal takes for granted are the facts that indispensable keys of happiness. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure, big brother. Isn't happiness makes your dream come true? If all you need to do is to go, is if all you need to do is to go living in peace and security, what's the point of living at all? The battle is not just being persuasive and arguing for the sake of arguing. His eyes locks on Khan. He is asking this question in seriousness and sincerity. Khan recognized that Tobal is a absolutely straightforward fellow that precisely because he had a comfortable, untroubled upbringing, he has come to feel constrained in the towns where he was born. The irony of this called for the twinge of pain in Kain's breast. This is turn provokes him to challenge the ball. So you tell me, what is your dream? My dream? That is obvious, isn't it? To get the hell out of this place as soon as possible. To go where? Anywhere, anything but here. And what you will do if you get there? I don't know. What if you end up someplace that's not always expecting? I said I don't know. Then I stop being so hard on it, big brother. I'm not being hard on you. These are things you have to think about. I had enough. I'm outsider like you can't possibly know how you feel. Actually, he's wrong though because what Kant is says is true. Because if you go out somewhere expecting things that not knowing, you're screwed. Though he stalks away in anger, the ball will be back in the morning as worshipful as even of his big brother. He has simply carefree personality of a child. Double has a wife, the young, still girlish Angela, whom he has known since childhood. Angela carries within her the crystallization of their love. Tobal will soon become a father. Tobal's parents, relatives, and family show their blessing upon a young couple who will soon be a young parent. But Tobal says to Khan, I don't want this. Growling, but he all but spit the words out as the two sit far end of the tavern's bar. I don't want to be a father. Don't want to be a father. I screamed, which only increased the bitterness of Cabal's expression. The Paul nodded as if negated this answer he matters. No, I'm glad enough to have a kid. How could I not be happy about that? But I don't know. I just don't want this. He can't quietly put into words, he says. He cocks his head a few times as if to explain himself, then he shrinks down his liquor. You don't have a family, do you, big brother? No, I don't. What does it feel like to be all alone in this world? Kai only answered in a strange smile. The ball interrupts Karen's expression and silence suits him. You're absolutely free, right? Of course you are. No load to bear, no leg iron. You think kids are leg irons? In a word, yes. To tell the truth, Angela is too. Wow, what a, wow, this guy's an idiot, is a jerk. And my parents, when they get old, they will be another burden. Working every day for Angela and the kids, raising the kid, taking care of my old parents, and my life ends. That what birth of a child is life sentence. You're stuck. Klein does not nod in agreement with this, neither does he try to argue against it. The ball interrupts in this silence too, as he said, I know you're thinking he frowned. Shut up, kid. You don't know what you're talking about. Klein says nothing. The ball uncontrollably looks away. I'm glad, he says, no more to himself than kind. I'm glad to having a kid with Angelica. I'm going to do everything I can from them. I'm true, won't lie. It's true, I won't lie to you. You have to believe me, big brother. I'm really happy, and I know I'm going to have to work hard. Yes, I know, Khan says. I'm happy, but at the same time, I don't want it. I'm not. I am not. I am not embarrassed about it or anything. It's just I don't know. I want to give up this whole business and run away somewhere far away. So the truth comes out, comes with a laugh. What do you mean? You just said it. You want to run away, not travel. This is probably the boss true feeling to which he gives a grudging assent. I suppose so. How else can I put it? Time almost wish he had been a little tougher on the ball. How would the ball answer if he says, for example, the ball, you started talking about traveling with me around time Angelica's belly starts to swell. Would Why would you look on the ball's face be like he asked as if family is a leg iron? Why did you even propose to Angelica? How would the boss shift his gaze on if he's confronted him with the ball? If you want to get out of this so badly, you don't have to travel with me. Just take off by yourself. Kanye doesn't have the meaningless to ask such question nor is given meddling in people's private affairs. Instead, he drinks his cup of his few drops and only said, let's get out of here. Even after they left the tavern, the ball goes on about stupidly on living the rest of life in this town. The board night is clear, the moon is out and perfectly round. I'm asking you again, big brother. When you leave this town, it's just the world to me. Wouldn't it better for you to have traveling companion? Sorry about that, guys. Blah blah blah. The ball is starting to go in circles again when Kai interrupts him. Don't you want to get out there by yourself? Traveling with a companion is not exactly a solo trip. Well, no, well, you see, um, you're right. I just go part way with you. You can let me tag along a while and then I'll take off on my own. You just slow me down. I know that. Traveling is hard, sure. My life might be even dangerous sometimes. I know that, but what makes it so thrilling is so thrilling. Risking your life is no game. Look, if I turn out to be a drag on you, you can just leave me behind. That's it. I won't mind that. I mean, look, I'm ready to leave my parents, my wife, and kid behind. This is never going to end. Kind nods with a sigh. All right, I'll take I'll take me with you. The ball's face lights up. I've been in this town too long. Kind says. Says Kind. Sorry. It's about time for me to get out there walking with the wind in my face. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Walk with the wind in your face. Life on a roll. When do we leave? It's getting pretty late in this year. You don't want to be on the road in the winter, don't you? Says how about after the snow pass has melted? Kind points to the moon hanging by the sky. Huh? The ball puzzle as he looks up. The night is moon is perfect round after it's warm and waxed, meaning exactly in 1 month from tonight. The ball's face started to move as if he wants to say something. He probably want to say that's too soon. His face betrays a look of hesitation and confusion that was absent when he was emerges in his unusual endless chatter. From month from a month now, that's a middle of winter, big brother. I know that. Won't be hard getting through the past. You don't want to go? No, that's not it. If you don't like it, you don't have to come with me. I'm leaving the night of the next full moon. That's all there's to it. Okay then, big brother. I'll go. I'll go. I'm definitely in. The next full, the night of the next full moon, Angelica will be having her baby right about then. The man slips by towards the beginning. The ball is excited, and whenever they meet hidden minds. Kind, don't forget your proud big brother. After the wandering moon has disappeared on the night sky, how it begins to grow more receptive. The vanished moon appears in the sky, and it's waxed little by little. The ball stops trailing sometimes he goes so far to slip through the crowds and when he sees comes approaching the marketplace. Khan knows the bell change in attitude. It's sometimes it's something he expects to happen and was was even counting on it. He heads upon the Hands upon her swollen body, Angelica wears a smile deep sneeringly as she stopped at the market. Not just the Baal, but everyone who encountered a smile of hers is usually to come to realize this. The dream of the young, to be sure, involve doing what you want to do, but this is not the only kind of dream there is. When people grows up, they see that there is kind of a dream, and that is wish to smile on one you love and who loves you in return. To long for is always and forever. This is a kind of dream that people come to understand when they grow up. This is a long one, guys. There is that one too. I'm holding. The moon is full again. In its perfection roundness, the moon flood in empty stone pale, pale, pale road, paved road with brilliant light. The ball comes running out of breath to an empty room where Kyle is completely his preparation of travel. The ball is carrying nothing. He has not even changed out his everyday clothing. Big brother, I'm so sorry. He panted or gasping for air. He ducks his head repeatedly before an apology. You change your mind? He kind of asked, trying to smile. No, not at all. No, no, not at all. I'm going. I'm planning to go with. Well, I'm planning to go with you, Big Brother. Only Angela went to labor as the sun goes down. He said they call the town's most skilled and experienced midwife, but the Val still hasn't heard the baby cry. In the birth is taking much longer than it should. Angela is giving all she got. The mother and father are praying for what they work. So at least until the baby is safe before I want to stay with Angelica. She says it's calm her down to hold her hand so well I really can't leave her now. Kind nods to him with full understanding. Please, big brother, just wait a little longer. As soon as I see the baby born, I'll leave home. I swear, I'll definitely go. Just a little longer. Even his feet are stamping impatiently on the ground with his urgency to rush back home. I understand. I'll wait until the moon is distractedly over in the night sky. Don't worry, it won't take long. You just have to wait for a while. Just a little short while. No hurry. But on the other hand, I want you to promise one thing. What's that? When the baby's born, I want you to hold it on your arms. Don't come back and here until you held the baby. Understood? The boss looked at him as a puzzled expression. Sorry about that, guys. Too much. Wait. Blah blah blah. Don't come back until you're held understood. The bow looks at him with a puzzled expression, but not in agreement says, understood. I will do exactly that, brother. So be sure to wait for me. The bow charged out the room with even greatness with force than when he came in. The sound of his footsteps running on stone pavement draws away. When Khan is sure he's gone, his smile slowly spread across his face. The ball never came back. Give me a second, guys. I gotta use the bathroom. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to use the bathroom. As the moon reaches its zenith and begins to drop towards the west, signs of light appears in the eastern sky. Khan approached the mountain pass on the edge of the town. He will be traveling alone. Heading up the pass, he walks swiftly as up to shake off the sound of the ball's voice ringing in his ear. Big Bear Kind, I'm sorry. Big Bear, I'm sorry. He can imagine the voice is too clearly at the ball. The ball's rolling his head in objective apology. There is no need for him to hear the actual voice. Long after he left the town, he will continue to see Tobal's worshipful smile in his eyes and in his mind. Tobal would never have provided so much support as traveling companion, but the journey together would likely give us both much to laugh about. But never mind, it's just fun to help conduct himself and ups his pace even more. He is not unleashed resentful or angry at the ball for having broken his promise. Quietly, the concerned he would like the blast of the ball having to choose to stay his native place and to protect his home. Oh my, his soul, this is a dream that can never come to fruition from behind himself. A frigid wind tears to the Perdon Pass. It cries of a newborn. The bright be heard up here. Time chuckles as the talk. Will the ball abandon his dream to leave his town? Or he start looking for another big brother who will help conceal his fear going on the road alone. Time has no way to tell, but best to leave it unresolved. The boy could not take the road the night his child was born. His hands with which he held his newborn were useless for travel preparation. It if only the reason it took at one step becoming a growing up. Let's go. Kind matters to himself. He crossed over the path. Look, Angela smiling. The happy smile that the walls fixed on his baby Trump will be a Trump companion enough for kind until he reaches the next town. Jeez, this is a long story, guys. Discovery. Jeez. That's a long story too, guys. Alright, let's bye. Another capsule, store. Yeah, I need a lot. 20? One more. Yeah, 35 is good. And healing her. Yeah, I'm good with that. With Hook, Apprentice level 2, Spirit level 2, level 1 Magic. Nah. Let's go. 7. Oh, 3 more. weird. Go back and do the black. Go back to the black cave. There's nothing here. Come on, right? Here. How the hell you missed that? Ow! Yeah. Ow! I thought they missed the counter. That makes sense. These are healed.
nature to lose.
Okay, I got untied there. Ah.
That was a close one.
Really? Really? Woohoo! Wow. 5 on it.
If it's a fight you want, you got it.
How? That's nice.
What a waste of time.
Jeez, hold up. So, oh. Okay. Oh, I see. What's that mean? It's all like, oh, that's the firefly. That's what crazy there. It's kind of music that lights up the dark. If you're gentle to them, they can be used as an item. I'm not sure about this. Stop being I'm here. Put one on the shoulder. See, it stays there. With a cave like this, you never know where's the pinball might be. It could be dangerous. Could be dangerous. So we need to protect our lives first. Just a trap. Hell trap. Interesting game. Precision. Inflicts damage on front of wait, that might be helpful.
Are you some kind of beast?
How the hell you miss car in the front? How the hell you missed that? What? Geez, how much HP for now?
Let's take him down.
Fuse? Oh, the ceiling hurt.
Let it cinch.
Okay, set relax up there. Terror. You can never.
I wish I was stronger.
Yay! Alright, finally stop. What the hell? Oh, I'm still. Leads.
Man, this is getting old real quick.
How the hell you miss that? Seriously. Nice. How the hell you miss?
Like taking candy from a baby.
Isso dá aqui, sabe? Arby. fight after going there.
Not underestimate me.
Oh, that's big. Bigger. Nice. And the bad.
It's not in my nature to lose.
Yeah. What the fuck is that there? Space is scary. Space is scary. Oh shit, the lights.
I hear something. There's something there. They're coming! They're coming!
No way! You can't be serious!
Now this is more like it.
There's only one way out. We have to go through them.
Really? That's pretty sad. So the Earth, Oh, she's asleep. Really?
I am the greatest!
Jackass game. Kill this.
If it's a fight you want, you got it.
Come on.
some kind of beast?
That's the intention. Jeez, he didn't die it. Oh, how the hell you miss? Really?
I am the greatest!
What? Really? What the fudge? Wait. Again. Nice. Really? Oh, nice. That definitely
That was a close one.
Damn it! Where are these guys coming from?
They're not a problem to take down, but this is just getting ridiculous.
The leader has to be in there somewhere. That's the one we go for.
leader. Not sure if that's a leader or not. Oh, that's not right. Thank you. Really? Stop doing that. Jeez. Oh, come on. Really? Almost so good.
greatest!
I have no clue who attacked me. You ready?
Do you want a piece of me?
Oh no. How the hell you missed time? The fudge! Oh, man, that and contest with as well as fudge. Jesus.
Away! Sorry about that.
How the hell you miss? Another one, try really. Great speed. Faster. Cool. How the hell you missed that? Jesus Christ.
Let's go! Really? That's 4.
Oh my god, no wonder. I don't have fucking no, I have seal. Fucking like, no. Shit. and die. I can't do much. Oh, for God's sake. I have to kill that green boss. Okay. Can't do much. It's so poison smell. Come on. Oh, he fled. She fled. Oh, that's it. I can't flee. There was a rock. rough. Come on, Jensen, stop dying.
Close.
Oh, I have pure seal. Oh my god. Everything.
That was very fun.
Oh, was it? Oh, for fuck's sake, another.
Say your prayer!
Let's get out of here.
Well, gamers in chat, that will be ending. I'll be ending my stream today. Sorry it took so long. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. Till then, happy gaming. This is Content Gamer signing off.